Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Been a busy day. Obviously my video's coming out late today. It's gonna probably be a short one because I've just been busy and haven't had a lot of time to put into today's video. I did want to talk about a couple of things that's shown up in the news today, even though I haven't had a lot of time to look at it. Apparently, the Biden administration is filing an emergency brief or emergency suit or whatever the legal term is in opposition of the recent 5th or 6th district court. I've got the two switched, I think. Their decision that his mandate on employees and employers, the OSHA mandate, is unconstitutional. Well, he has ordered the Justice Department to file an emergency whatever suit, and they're trying to get that overturned. So, you know, this is very, very possibly going to end up in the Supreme Court. And while there are a lot of people that are saying that's great because we have all these recent appointees, you know, these justices that are recently appointed that are supposed to be conservative slanted. I'll be honest with you, I'm not putting a lot of faith in that. Now, I'm not saying that they wouldn't rule in favor of freedom, but personally, I haven't seen a really solid track record of that so far. The powers that be are really wanting this, and I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. So that one's out there. And then, you know, this, even though they're trying to go through a legal process of doing this, I think that's just I don't know. Like I said yesterday, I firmly believe they couldn't care less about the Constitution. I said that yesterday in the video, and I believe that more of this stuff is, to me, is apparent. I don't think that too many constitutional scholars, I'm sure there are some, would say that there's a constitutional, you know, the president's within his constitutional bounds to do this nationwide mandate. But they're going to go ahead and just keep pushing it. The other one, and this one is something that we should watch more, because I think it's going to impact us in ways that you may not see on the surface. It is now, if you are any border crossings, legal border crossings, of course, this probably isn't going to apply to the illegal ones that are happening by the hundreds of thousands. But legal border crossings from essential workers and non-residential people, so people that are traveling back and forth across the border, now must have the thing. Okay, they have to have the thing to go back and forth across the border. And what this is going to do, this is going to affect trucking. A lot of trucking in this country, when it comes to the transportation of goods, supply chain, folks, goes across, you know, the Mexican and the Canadian border. There's a lot of it, okay? And the trucking industry has been one of those industries so far that has been kind of resisting the thing. And if they're going to shut down the border for people that don't have it, meaning they can't come across, they can't go south, they can't come north, or vice versa, whichever border they're at, there's a big possibility that that's going to affect the supply chain. Now, I don't have the numbers in front of me of how much of our goods are exported and imported by semi-trucks across the Mexican and Canadian border, but I suspect it's a decent percentage of stuff. And so the potential there is that, you know, a chunk of that could come to halt. We're talking already a supply chain that's struggling. We're talking about an industry, trucking industry, that's struggling. They don't have enough truck drivers. You can make a lot of money right now driving a truck, and the reason is because they need truck drivers. And here we are putting another regulation on top of that that's going to hamper it. Is this the thing that's going to cause it all to come crashing down? Probably not. But like I said in a video the other day, it's like a big dam that's cracking, and you're standing there with a big old, you know, pick, and you're chipping away at that. At some point, one of those chunks is going to be the final chunk that's going to bring the whole thing down. And so, you know, we had the thing up in Vancouver in Canada, the port there that was shut down, and there, you know, the rail line and the roads are kind of washed away due to flooding. And so that's kind of hurting the whole supply chain in North America. And then now we're going to do this. Now we're going to mandate that anyone crossing the border, especially truck drivers, any kind of delivery, any kind of transportation across the borders, have to have the thing. More problems. We're not seeing any signs, as much as they want to tell us, that they have a solution to the supply chain problem. We're not seeing any signs that they're actually wanting to do that. Their solution is to force everyone to get this. If everyone gets this, I mean, that's what they're saying. If everyone gets this, then the problem will just mysteriously go away. I'm not buying that. I know that most of you aren't buying that. It's just showing that there's this thing, this thing that's happening, which is the collapse of our civilization, watching society unravel, you know, economic collapse, you know, supply chain collapse, everything. It's not slowing down. They're just continually putting another nail in the coffin. And what else can I say? Keep getting prepared. Get your house in order, prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually, because that's what you have to do. There's nothing else we can do. We can't just give up, okay? That we can't do that. We have children that depend on us. We have grandchildren. We have nieces and nephews. We have a future generations. We don't know how much longer we're going to be left here on this earth, and so we have to tarry and work and keep pushing forward until He comes back for us. And so we can't just give up. We have to keep ourselves prepared, keep ourselves ready. Spiritual warfare, psychological warfare, and in a lot of places it feels like a physical warfare, because that's exactly what it is in some places. So don't give up. Keep working forward. We know that there is a war, in a sense, against us, a war against the stability of our nation, the stability of our society, because they want to bring it down. Because when they do, that's when, you know, everyone will just, with open arms, welcome in this great reset, new world order, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know, so that we can all live happily ever after, not own anything, and eat a bunch of, you know, mealworms. I mean, that's what they want us to do, right? And have microchips in our heads and everywhere. So, yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's not. It's true. Keep preparing. I will do my best to put out videos this week, but there is a Thanksgiving coming up. Most of you celebrate. I think most people celebrate Thanksgiving. We're going to be here in our community. We have been invited to someone else's house that's putting on a Thanksgiving, and that's the first time. It's usually the other way around. It's usually us inviting people over to our place, but we have kind of a small place, so not really as much room as we once had to have people. So we'll be doing that. And I hope that many of you are enjoying the family around you and continually preparing and getting ready, because they're not stopping. Every sign that we see happening, they're not stopping. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.